Today's episode is a powerful catalyst meant to move you from waiting into inspired intentional action. Not next year, not once you've finally gotten your act together, but right now. So get comfortable, pour yourself something delicious, maybe that oat milk latte or a strong cup of black tea, and let's explore why September, not January or any future perfect moment, is your ultimate opportunity for authentic reinvention. Welcome to How to Lose the Weight, the podcast for women ready to stop waiting for someday and live life now. I'm your host, Holly Toscanini, and I'm here to help you break free from perfectionism, self-doubt, and the someday mindset. Together, we'll dive into real conversations about self-trust, empowerment, and living authentically. If you're ready to reconnect with your intuition and step into your power, you're in the right place. Let's lose the weight and start living fully right now. Hey friends, welcome back to How to Lose the Weight, the podcast designed for every woman who's been stuck in the holding pattern of life and who's now ready to reclaim her joy, power, and purpose without hesitation. I'm Holly Toscanini, intuitive living coach, best-selling author, speaker, and creator of the Reinvention Code. Let's begin by naming the thing so many of us are doing without realizing it: waiting. We wait to lose weight. We wait until the kids are older. We wait until the partner comes, the job settles, the schedule opens up, or the stars align. But what if I told you that waiting is a habit, not a strategy? A habit wrapped in fear, perfectionism, and the conditioning that tells women to put themselves last. And I get it. Waiting feels, safe. It creates this illusion of preparation, of control. But what it actually creates is resentment, burnout, and a growing distance between who you are now and who you know you're meant to be. All right, here's a truth bomb. The perfect moment you're waiting for, it doesn't exist. At least not on a calendar. It lives inside you. See, we've been trained to wait for permission, for certainty, for external validation. But the deepest reinvention happens when you decide to stop outsourcing your life and start living from your inner truth. You don't need permission. You are the permission. And September is your reminder that it's time. So let's rewind to childhood for just a moment. Do you remember that delicious feeling of new beginnings when September rolled around? The smell of fresh notebooks, the excitement of choosing just the right pens and folders, and the thrill of carefully picking your first day outfit. Even if you didn't have the words for it then, you could feel it in your bones. This is a reset. September was the real new year. And as a kid, I wasn't trying to impress anybody. I was trying to become somebody. Someone a little more confident, a little more expressive, a little more myself. And September held that promise. And even now, as adults juggling calendars and commitments, that same energy is still available to us. In fact, it might be more powerful now than ever before. September isn't about making resolutions out of guilt or scarcity. It's about realignment. It's about asking honestly, who am I now? Who am I becoming? And what am I ready to release in order to make room for her? Nature is our greatest teacher here. In the fall, trees don't cling. They let go of what no longer is necessary so they can conserve energy and prepare for a new season of growth. That's not panic, no shame, just wisdom and surrender. Let's put this into a little astrological perspective, shall we? See, fall begins at the autumn equinox, when day and night are perfectly balanced. That sort of cosmic equilibrium is an invitation to create an inner balance between doing and being, between old patterns and new visions. Now, astrologically, September initiates the transition from Virgo season, ruled by Mercury, the planet of clarity, intention, and discernment, into Libra season, which is ruled by Venus and governs balance, relationships, and harmony. It's a powerful shift from analyzing to aligning, from perfecting to choosing peace, from sorting out details to considering what truly matters. This makes September an ideal time to recalibrate your inner compass. You're not rushing to set goals like you might in January. You're grounding into the truth of who you are and preparing the soil for what's coming next. So, in this season, you want to ask yourself what outdated expectations, roles, and obligations have just run their course. What pieces of your identity feel like old coats you no longer want to wear? And what new qualities, dreams, or boundaries are you ready to emerge? This isn't the time to perform change. It's the time to embody transformation. So let go with grace, step forward with clarity, and trust September has your back. All right, now let's talk about aligning with planetary timing. Not in a woo-woo way, but in a rhythmic, grounded way that reminds you that you are not separate from nature. You are nature, and nature is always moving in your favor. Now, this isn't about being mystical, it's about being intentional. Because when your energy syncs with the seasons and the sky, everything flows with more ease. This is your season. September is your sacred pivot, and the stars, oh, they're cheering you on. Because the energy of the cosmos this September is actively supporting your reinvention. I'm going to break it down for you. So this year, 2025, we have a full moon in Pisces on September 7th. Now, this moon is your cue to release. Let go of shame, guilt, old identities, and the expectations that just no longer fit. See, Pisces is intuitive, emotional, and dreamy, and it invites you to tap in to the vision your soul has been whispering for years. This is a moon that says you don't need to fix yourself. You just need to come home to yourself. I love that. We also have a new moon in Virgo on September 21st. See, after the emotional clarity of Pisces comes Virgo, grounded, precise, and ready to build. This moon says, you want change? Let's structure it. It's the perfect time to plant seeds of practical action. We're talking new routines, new boundaries, new ways of showing up in your life with intention. And if you want to go even deeper, I'm going to invite you to explore planetary hours to match your tasks with the energy of the day. It's like aligning your calendar with your soul. So you could use the moon hour for journaling, for rest, and emotional check-ins. Use the Mercury hour for planning, communication, and making decisions. You could use the Venus hour to set intentions around love, self-worth, or beauty, and the Mars hour to take bold, courageous steps. You're not floating through this month alone. The cosmos are extending their hand, helping you recalibrate, reconnect, and even rise. Remember, you're not floating through this month alone. So, you want to take it up a notch? Explore planetary hours at planetaryhours.net. It's like having a cosmic calendar for supercharged action. Remember, Mercury hour for communication, Venus hour for self-worth and relationships, Moon hour for intuition, and Mars hour for courage. Look it up at planetaryhours.net. And trust me, this isn't about being mystical. It's about working with these rhythms of nature. That was hard to say. Working with the rhythms of nature instead of against them. Check it out. Okay, let's bust another myth. Reinvention doesn't have to be a grand declaration. You don't need to sell your house, quit your job, or go live in a beach in Bali to feel new. You just need one thing. You need a little micro pivot. Now, a micro pivot is a small intuitive step that shifts your energy. It helps break an old cycle, and it signals to your nervous system, hey, we're moving now. Now, some examples of a micro pivot could be saying no to the thing you always said yes to out of guilt, Or wearing the dress or outfit you've been saving for someday. Wear it right now. Or speaking up in a conversation you'd normally stay quiet in. Give your opinion. You'd be surprised how much people really want to hear from you. Or I don't know, leave the housework and go write the first page of your new book. You see, one small pivot, repeated, builds momentum. It's not about changing everything overnight. It's about creating a ripple. And ripples become revolutions. So if you're ready to stop circling the same questions and start taking aligned action, I've created something just for you. It's the Intuitive Pivot Clarity Breakthrough Planner. It's a free, powerful guide that walks you through getting honest. It helps you find out where you're really stuck. It helps you get clear. What do you actually want? Not what you've been told you should want, but what do you want? And finally, it gets you moving. It helps you figure out one small, soul-aligned step that you can take right now. Trust me, you don't need a 30-day plan. You need 10 minutes and your truth. So download the planner right now. I'm going to add a link in the show notes and get started on your September reinvention today. Now, if you're nodding along and you're like, okay, Holly, I'm not just ready for a pivot. I need a total reboot. Then, my friend, you're ready for the Reinvention Code. This is my 8-week signature program. It's an experience for women who are, quite frankly, done with waiting and ready to reclaim their intuition. They're ready to break free from patriarchy, diet culture, perfectionism, and people-pleasing. If you are interested in this plan, you're ready to build fierce confidence that's actually rooted in self-trust, and you're wanting to reinvent your next chapter with clarity, purpose, and joy. Inside the Reinvention Code program, you're not just learning new tools, you're becoming a new version of yourself. Now, the doors are going to open at the end of August, and we get started on September 13th, 2025. So join the waitlist now at hollytoscanini.com, and I'll leave a link in the show notes. And be the first to get on the waitlist so you can get all the juicy details, the early bird bonuses, and exclusive access. You don't need to be perfect to begin. You just need to begin. Now, let me share a really quick client story with you. I'm going to tell you about Sarah. She was a high-achieving executive with absolutely zero time for herself. And last year, we started talking. She came to me talking about feeling burned out, disconnected, and kind of stuck in this loop of waiting for someday. Within a month of practicing micro pivots and reconnecting with her intuition, she was able to set boundaries for the first time in her life, not just at work, but at home too. She reignited her passion for art, which she hadn't touched in 15 or 20 years. And she started to feel more at home in her body again. Not because her body changed, but because her attitude about the relationship she had with her body did. All of this started with a journal prompt in the Intuitive Pivot Clarity Breakthrough Planner. Trust me, you don't need a new life. You need a new relationship with your own inner power. All right, let's land this plane. You are not too old. You are not too late. And you, my friend, are not behind. You are standing in the doorway of a brand new chapter in your life. All you have to do is walk through. And September, she is holding that door wide open. So ask yourself, what are you still waiting for? What are you willing to let go of or to release? And what is one small micro thing you can do today to shift that energy, even just a little bit? Trust me, you don't need to burn it all down. You just need to start. Now, if today's episode, spoke to your soul, send it to another woman who needs it. Leave a review and share it in your stories. And most importantly, do something today your future self will thank you for. Believe it, you've waited long enough, my friend. All right, until next time, trust yourself, trust your intuition, and just show up and start right now. Bye for now.
Thank you for tuning in to How to Lose the Weight. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a conversation. And if you found value in this episode, I'd love it if you could leave a review. It really helps the show reach more women like you who are ready to step into their power. For more insights and inspiration, follow me on Instagram at Holly Toscanini or visit hollytoscanini.com. Until next time, remember, stop waiting and start living.